what's the connection between economics and spirituality? Well, I met an interesting visitor last evening and he taught me a new phrase, fringe spirituality.
His present show caused a stir. Speaking impeccable English and no Hindi at all, Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev is the founder of the Isha Foundation. The WEF handbook describes him as a spiritual leader supporting efforts to link spirituality and commerce. I didn't know of the specialization when I asked him what brought him to the World Economic Forum.
Spiritual process is not really a fashion that way. It is just that because in many ways the economic well-being has come to large numbers of people these days, at least in certain segments of the society, and they find it's still not working somewhere in terms of well-being. So there is an urge to turn spiritual, but they might not be going totally out, so they're looking for the fringe spirituality.
Fringe spirituality.
I'm hardcore They're looking for fringe spirituality where it is spiritual agarbatti, spiritual candles, spiritual bath soap, all these kinds of things. But fundamentally this is happening because there's an urge to look for something else, as the outside has… fixing the outside has not really worked.
Have you been fringe spiritual in this World Economic Forum or wholly spiritual? What has your participation been like? What essentially are you here for?
I'm here to some extent, talk about economics as inclusive economics. And inclusive economics is only possible when people are in a certain state of mind and experience. The economic leaders in the world, every thought that they generate, every act that they do has a huge impact on huge masses of people. So how they are within themselves is my concern. If we make them into truly peaceful and joyful human beings, see, whenever a human being is peaceful and joyful within, his external activity is very concerned and generous and gentle. It's bound to be so. If I meet you when you're happy, you're a wonderful person. If I happen to meet you when you're very unhappy, you could be mean, isn't it?
Have you been able to reduce spirituality to pop spirituality, a phrase, a mantra, something that people need to follow? Do people come up and ask you for that? Give me a line, give me a mantra.
There's no line. Right now what I'm offering is called as inner engineering. So it is a technology, it's not a belief. It is not just a philosophy or a belief system, it's a technology. As there is a technology for external well-being, there's a whole technology for inner well-being, which everybody must make use of, whatever they may be doing. But the leadership in the world, because they have such a big impact on everybody's life, they are my concern too.
What is this technology? Could you elaborate a little more for us?
Like for example, see, we are doing external engineering right now. See, your body doesn't like the outside temperature in Davos right now. So here we are having the right kind of temperature for our bodies. This is engineering, isn't it? Which has brought us external well-being. Similarly, there is a whole technology to create an inner climate the way you want it. If you had a choice of creating an inner climate, I don't even have to ask you, I'm sure you would make it very joyful for yourself. You wouldn't make it in any way strife-ridden. So, to be free from strife and stress, when people are handling huge responsibilities and when their lives, their acts and thoughts make a big difference for large numbers of people in the world, I think the first responsibility is that they must bring that peace and joyfulness within themselves so that their lives become not in pursuit of happiness, but as an expression of their joy. Instead of operating from short-term ambition, they could operate from long-term vision for everybody's well-being.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Thank you. Well, that's a wrap from day 2. I'll be back here same time tomorrow, giving you more updates on the World Economic Forum 2006. It's Davos everywhere.